Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we got something special here. We are playing Godslayer Arena. It's actually Autobattler, but also Roguelike. So let me show you. The runs are quite long. To complete a whole run, it takes about an hour or so. Depending on how much you're re-rolling and thinking about your build and optimizing. So it's mostly about optimizing your rotation and your build rather than actually playing your rotation in combat, because it's the Autobattler. Let's go for the Hunter, the second class. I'm only at tier 1. The Barb is at tier 4 right now. I'm like 20 to 30 hours into the game. I got a few pets. I don't think they are actually in affect your gameplay. It's just visual. Codex is basically a Wikipedia of all your abilities and spells and traits and so on. The game is like 10 to 15 bucks on Steam right now. I will leave you the link in the description as always. And yeah, let's go into it. You have completely separate spells for Hunter and the Barbarian, which actually surprised me quite a lot, because there are a lot of tier 1, tier 2, up to tier 5 spells and different items and so on, so it's more in depth as you might think in the beginning. Not quite sure what build we are going for. The clap is one of my favorites. It's slap slap slap. The arrow was kinda also kinda I'm not quite familiar with the different abilities and all the sub tags. What tag affects another and in what interaction. It's a little bit learning by doing. Let's go for the hand, why not? That's our reserve board. We can gather up to 9 spells and then drag and drop them into our actually hotbar. And let's enter the game. Our goal here is probably to get some healing or shielding, and then generate what they called some charges. They are red, consumed by the hand. Ideally, you want your most left and most right spell to generate one of these charges before casting. So the Medea's Judgment always generates a charge before it casts itself and consumes the charge. That would be the ideal situation. Second spell. Never tried that. Tried that, that's bullshit. Never tried that. What is it? Passive. The closest to area spells gain 5 spell power active. Enemies near your companion take damage. I don't want to go for a companion build. It felt a little bit weak. Don't really like the charge, but like take the charge, reroll. Also, you have to reroll and before you continue. I'm not really going over all the spells and how they work, only the spells I'm picking. That's an explosive area damage. Refill is basically... So how it works is, there is our mana orb, and our mana orb moves from left to right. And it stays on the spell until the mana cost, in this case 30, is reached. Then we cast the spell and the mana orb hops to the next ability. This 100 is our spell power, basically determines our damage from the spell. 100 is normal. This little icon is the item tier. Obviously we start at tier 1 and only can get tier 1 spells, and by upgrading our levels we have a higher chance to get better spells. We take the explosive, but actually take the charge first and then go for the hand. We can swap this as however we like, but only in the planning phase. Let's continue for now. I'm trying to explain only the necessary things, so otherwise I'm just here sitting talking to a boring screen. I don't think that's enjoyable to watch. We need 3 of the same tier spell to upgrade it. We can upgrade 3 times. What we are picking here is this one, because that causes our most right attack to have 1 refill. And as I was actually trying to say in the last planning phase, refill is basically a double attack, sort of. Like the mana, let's say we have refill on this one, that means the mana orb fills the mana bar for 20 mana and then casts twice before moving on. So we want refill as much as possible. Let's remove the charge. Take this with 1 refill to the most right, this here, and that buffs this one, so it should have 3 charges. Take one another hand, and let's go. Alright, our first item. After 10 fights, gain 15 shop refreshers. That's good, but a little bit weak for an item. Gain 125 renowns to discard whenever you discard a silver level or gold level spell. So we have to upgrade a ability 1 time to get the silver level and 3 times to get the gold level. And how it works is you need, this is the normal iron level, and you only can get iron level on the shop. That means you need 3 iron level to get a silver and 3 silver to get a gold. So this one is good, but only if you're really lucky and going for a lot of rerolls. So we're not going for it. This counts as having 1. I don't know. I had this before, but gain a copy of Medea's Judgment spell. This is the hand. I don't really know what the first affix does, and we can't. Oh my god! I was about to say we can't click it. There's no enhanced hyperlink on the tooltip, but by clicking it, I selected it. So I guess let's go for it. Wasn't really the plan, but okay. Before we start the planning phase, we can select either increase the count, the amount of rerolls, or get XP. We need 60 XP to get to the next level, and after that I think it's doubles or something. We get 10 experience per fight, and can get another experience by items or something like that, or even when starting the planning phase and going for XP instead of rerolls. But we want some rerolls. What are we picking here? Passive. Periodically leave behind a fire trap as you move. And active is dash. I don't like dash towards a random enemy. And for the passive, at least you have to move. So that's not an option for the late game. Especially as a hunter, you normally not move really, you just stand still and fire arrows, so we at least need some sort of a dash, but that's also, it's a dash. Let's try it, whatever, I never tried it. Let's take this one, that's maybe... that's companion, so a pet build. Let's take the charge for upgrade later, maybe, or maybe not. We can sell or discard spells, but we don't get anything in return. Unless we have an item that says so. I don't want any of these, so I'm not gonna buy anything. Or pick. It's not buying anything. Let's take the trap. Let's see how the trap performs. Actually not as bad. Let's attack here. Attack spell area lethal, so no projectile. Otherwise we could maybe increase the trap amount by increasing projectiles, but it seems like it's just moving. Maybe it's good, we'll see. Actually takes experience. I want to go to at least tier 7 as fast as possible. Increasing our level also gives us another ability slot. And here we going for the hand. Even though it's a tier 1 spell, it's probably one of the best spells in the game in my opinion. At least if you have the chance to generate these blitz charges, because then the area is huge, and stunning AoE for 2 seconds everything is absolutely insane. Reroll. Another trap, why not? We can't reroll. I don't really like this. And this is affects the most right, so it's actually affects the trap right now. Let's sell the grenades, it's horrible anyway. Also we can't double pick spells, that doesn't work. So let's go for the AoE, I guess. So now this one, the one refill affects this one. You can see the refill casting. When I first saw the game by some other YouTuber, I was a little bit confused how the rotation, how it works actually. Maybe you have to play it to really understand it. Also, I absolutely skipped the tutorial, obviously. So it's everything learning by doing. Games. 3 refill, but reduced damage. 2 refill and more area effect after 3 casts. This spell and the 2 closest attack spells gain 2 material. It's or martial. It's basically attack multiplier. And when it's at tier 3, then another 15. That's we go for 2 refill. Also, we don't have anything that consumes a blue charge, an energy charge, only blitz charge. Yeah, 2 refill. Let's go. This is basically at the end of a sort of main area or main stage. We get items, we get buffs, but also we have to pick debuffs. All of these apply. So your charges lose 15% effectiveness per equipped projectile spell. Holy shit. We gonna play with charges and projectile spells, so that's the no-no. Area, no-no. I don't care. Projectile, no. Reroll. Overlords, I don't care. Martial, I don't care. Projectile, reduce spell power. It's only one trait that doesn't hurts us. So let's actually I could keep it. Kept it. Less projectiles. This is not projectile. We could try this. Reduce effectiveness on shield, armor. I don't care. Let's take it. So my formula is, as long as it's not reducing my damage, it's good negative trade, I guess. Alright, I think we going for the 20 experience to level up. Get another ability slot. Abilities. I consider this dog shit and this dog shit and this as well. That's okay. Just give attack damage. But I don't like the 3 refill, but also it generates a red charge, a blitz charge. So let's take this one, reroll. I want this one for later, for sure. We need healing. And we gonna generate and spend a lot of charges, so this is always good. What are we equipping? I think this one. Don't want this one. Take the heal. I don't want the double charge on heal. So let's go actually for this. So we get a refill from this and another 2 refills from this. That does consume charges. So you want it like this. Let's try this. Here's our count for the charges, actually. So let's see how our charge generation works and you already can see the hand really slapping. I like this. It's getting more insane later with more area attack. It slaps the whole field. So we have a mastery spell. We get a new ability slot, but also we can't unequip it. We stick with it for the whole game. and I think stage 10 or 15 or something, we are at 7 right now here, we can upgrade it or pick our awakening for the mastery spell, which you can see here. Alright, so I'm not familiar with this one. We have a mastery effect, which says all projectile spells now gain bonus projectiles from Doom Quiver. Doom Quiver is a tag which some abilities has. You see in the tooltip the hyperlinks for the ability icons, and add 2 Doom Quiver tag items or abilities. Let's say we have 2 of these abilities, so we have 2 Doom Quiver tags or traits, as you can see here. So we have to actually focus on Doom Quiver spells, or spells that have the tag for Doom Quiver, to increase it. And I don't like the abilities, so this is not an option. That's something we have to think about it here. Then the actual ability in your hotbar says passive autocast at 50% spell power every 3 seconds, which means this ability has a set of amount of spell power, and you cast this spell every 3 seconds, every 3 attacks, but half as strong. And it autocasts the active ability, which says here fire 2 eternal arrows at your current target, each one dealing 10 damage. The purple 10 is the scaling damage, so in total with our build right now it's only 10 damage. The spell itself is not bad. It has autocast and it has projectile, but I don't have much in common with the mastery effect, because we need Doom Quiver abilities and I don't like these Doom Quiver abilities. So we actually go for a reroll here. These are separate rerolls to the ones you need in the shop. These runes are Fate Weavers or something, shown up here in the top right corner, and you can get more after in some kind of upgrade shit. There are so many, I don't know. So we actually go for reroll. Oh no, we're not going for this.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, whatever. It's a lot of gamble. And this kind of upgrade thingy, you can get more rerolls. Could duplicate the trap to upgrade or the charge. Permanent health per second or XP. That worth 3 combats. That's a lot. But I think we need the health and regeneration. Not now, but for later. And going for rerolls. That's very good. That's a powerful AoE beam. I don't want any of this. It does spend charges. It affects companion. No, we're not playing companion. That was pretty weak. Either the crab upgrade or pick this for later to upgrade. We upgrade upgrade trap now. What's our rotation like? A bit problematic. No damage. No damage. No damage. Ah, I forgot about this one. I don't think we need this right now. I would rather pick something that gives me shield rather than restore HP. So we're going for this one. And placed the mastery spell placed between them to increase both of them. The spell damage. Okay, let's go. Oh, looking good, looking good. Take the rerolls, reroll. Yep, the shields for later, really good. We could upgrade this, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't give another refill. And maybe also a bit weak for later. No. Take this, and we go again. Ideally, away, I want an item that increases our refill, or get another gem to increase refills on certain spells, so I can get rid of this one. It's a good buff, but does no damage and doesn't heal. Speaking of which, here's a refill. Grant the close attack spell. Also this. So how it works is we get the gem down below, which we can put in any of our abilities, and we get the item, and the item is permanently active. I like the shield, but not a favorite really of the game. They're all good, but refill is just too strong. So we have 2 silver hands, but we need another 3 hands to get a golden one. Don't want any of this. Let's take the coins. Never had this on silver or higher. And we pick the shield. So we start with the dash. Take this one for charges, spend charges. Here we could spend blue charges, but nothing really. There's also this spend I don't care about. So this one also generates blue charge. That's good. That's good. Alright. Yeah, we should be good. The game, right. Where do we want the refill? I think this one. That's good. Also could take the refill for this. I'm not taking the experience yet. Reroll. I'm not upgrading the trap any further. I'm not gonna stick with it for the rest of the game. Also selling this. And this as well. Okay. I died. Wasn't paying attention actually. Yeah, 4 life remaining. Lost one. That's fine. Lots of good choices. 12% damage, and this one is not good enough. We can take this to generate more blue charges for this shield, and this one maybe. Could take this, but that messes a bit with our mana management. Or reroll. Actually going for reroll. And take this one. Closest spells gain 2 refill. So I can't reroll this, but we have to deal with it. Less minion damage, which we are not going for. Less area. And the rest is irrelevant. Rerolls, take this, and that, and another dash, nothing, to upgrade this, upgrade this, Alright, so let me explain what's the plan and how it actually works. Just let me place this one here. So this gets another refill and this another two. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Let's not take this one, take this one instead. So we start with this one. It's a swirly thing, like whirlwind going forward, dealing damage, and yeah, we just move. Also, it generates one of the energy charges, the blue one. This one gives us attack damage and a red charge. This one gets a blue charge, or generates a blue charge, and consumes a red one. Even though this has 2 plus the base 1 plus 2, 5 recharges, it should have enough red ones in the second rotation to get the enhanced effect. Then we should have enough blue charges to activate our shield. Get also 2 refreshes on this one, which should do AoE damage 3 times. And the third one deals basically double damage and stuns. And we end with a shit ton of beams. Let's try. Okay, this swallow thing does nothing. I charged into the wall. That's better. Definitely needs more healing. I think we have to get rid of this. Let this generate the red charges for this. And deal with it and take some healing. We have to choose the awaken of our last wheel. Gain 1 marshal whenever you autocast. Okay. Gain 5 stardust. At this stage I kinda regret not playing the tutorial because I don't have any idea what Stardust is. And there's no hyperlink to the codex. I think this one. The Awaken is not that strong here because the normal effect is that insane. Could also increase Reaver and Harbinger. Let's take this one. Never tried it. Maybe we get a Reaver spell, which increases spell damage, spell power and area. Tempting, but I want rerolls for our next item or game. I could go for experience now and the next one to get another slot, which is fine. Nice. of this. And this. Well, no, this way. Because we don't really need the active, it's just the passive. Getting HP whenever we spend a charge. And all of them. Actually. Let's put this here. Begin here. So our master is buffering both of them. Here's refill. The sweaty charge is kinda though. That does 45 damage area with dash. That does a lot more. Let's sell this. Sell this as well. We could go for the coin. Yeah, let's start with the coin. Probably going for some kind of charge or dash with shield generation. That would be ideal. But maybe that's restricted to the barbarian class. So the blues really dilute the hands as well. Mastery spell. Not that much damage, but it stuns. Okay, get experience, get another slot. Actually going for hand instead of heal to upgrade to gold. Beautiful. Take this and yeah, right. Alright. So the charge is definitely not doing any damage, but it's also iron 11. Has no dam. There are also two types of damage mitigation. There is hex detection and evasion score. Evasion score is like dodge or just evade any melee damage or direct damage. And there's hex detection. Hex is like a trap or AoE effect casted by the enemy, and some elites specifically do hexes. And you need hex detection to evade this damage. As you can see here, there is popping up in blue the hex detection, which evades the damage, and the red explosions around the character moving towards me and exploding, which are the hexes I have not detected. There's of course also armor, but armor is like a percentage damage reduction rather than completely mitigating the damage in some sort of form. So, our next item, instantly popping in my mind, refill. Most right, 3 refill and mana regeneration, and gain bonus armor depending on the mana cost. Not quite sure what it's gonna be, but probably this or this. So 30 to 35. It's okay. Ideally that's good on a like 50-60 mana spell, but the refill alone. Sugar. Yeah, we definitely want this. It's a barrage, dealing a shit ton of damage. Get rid of the shit coin. And going for refreshes on this one. Yep. Surely that's not broken. So the last ability here, the last dance, it's not really for damage. Even dashes, any kind of teleport is not really for damage, it's more for relocation. So even elites have to move to hit you again. Or if there's an AoE effect happening in front of you or just inside you, normally your character doesn't move, it just takes it. Okay, just another 3 of each. Oh dear. I mean, I don't really need 3 or 4 charges in total. It's a good AoE clear, but just tickles elites. Also not really gaining anything from the shields. Lost another life. Gonna lose another life. Or do we? No, we did. So we need more healing and more shields. We could take this. We could. Let's try it, why not? All charges lose effect with per active minion. We don't have active minion. Hex, fine. Let's take it off. Shop refreshes. I think that's just for the next shop. XP or this one. For silver coin. That's a tier 4 that doesn't work. Let's check this. And get another copy. What's more rare? Probably this. Also refreshes. I might have skipped the coin, I'm not sure. That's a bad panic phase. Anything we could take here? Maybe we try without the relocation and go for this one. Refreshes here. Change this. Don't need another refill here. Take that. Or actually in the shield maybe. Let's try it. Okay. So without us charging into the next pack, also lets us manage the enemies incoming a little bit better. So the minions further away doesn't get alerted. Right, again, I forgot about it. I want this. Let's try it here. Let's see if it's any good. Nice. Okay.
5 minutes later.
Alright, another set of items. Mana block your mastery spell and increase its cost. And also increase spell power based on mana cost for spells. The first one does nothing for our master spell since it's mana locked already. Increasing the cost just hurts us. Don't care about the other one because we don't really use that expensive mana costing spells. After 10 basic attacks, so like auto attacks, autocast the closest attack spell to your mastery at 50% spell power, so half the power. It should be the one to the right, if I'm not mistaken here. And health after 3 outcasts, or increase health per cost of our mastery spell, which is only 20. So let's take. We could take this or reroll, but it's quite good. Yeah, let's go for this. So that should be this here then. Let's reroll a bit. We can wait for tier 7 or level 7. I don't really even have a ability I could put on my hotbar right now. Maybe the coin, but it's so far it's more of a meme. Or I already have it, so even need a replacement for this one. Okay. So the beams are taking for 161 and the claps are taking for like 170, 190. Also stunning. That's golden as well. We could get this, that's another way of relocating, but I don't think the one I want. I mean, let's take it, why not? I think at some point I'm going for a minion build and try it with the wasps. They are really good. But all the other minions, not a fan of. Another one of this or a coin. Let's try it. Golden coin. just don't really see the points. See the points. still pretty weak. By the way, if you're wondering, this upgrade option is when you reach the next cap of renounce, another sort of level, prestige level or something. 30 XP is nice. We have 4 rerolls, so we don't really need the 2 here. So let's get XP. But not picking speed. I need new abilities, so we're going for crab. Dog shit. More shield. I don't want to further invest into the coin. Let's try that. Our utmost priority.
What did he say?
Priority. Still lost a few lives. We won't make it with this power level. More projectiles maybe. Or refill. Or this one. That way we can at least use our like in Diablo 3 the necromancer was leaving corpses as usable resources. That's available here as well. So we could go for consuming corpses and healing. Whenever you consume a corpse, gain 1 health regeneration for 12 seconds. So we gain 1 health per corpse per second for 12 seconds. On autocast. But it consumes 5, so it's 5 health per second for 12 seconds, which is pretty bad. It doesn't say it stacks, so I assume it doesn't stack. Because if it doesn't stack, which I think is the case, it's not good enough for the damage we're getting. Or we go for damage more damage is the best damage mitigation, or reroll. Let's go for reroll, we have enough. I think we want this one because we also heal when spending charges. Having more charges should also increase our healing. Could also put this on that one, which generates 2 charges 100% of the time. Let's take it. Reduce armor. We are glass canning anyways. We only recover 75% of the damage. It's not good. Overload auras. Well, you're not low life, so while we are above 50% HP. Take 30% everything. Marshals we have now. Oh, let's reroll. That's okay. That's not good. Hex is also larger. Take more damage when shielded. That doesn't matter if we generate enough shield. Don't care about this either. 50% reduce attack damage. Attack damage is also only basic attack, so auto attack, I don't care about this. That's okay. We could go for experience, but I don't really have an item to put in. Let's go for this. Anything to pick? No. Interesting. Like, it buffs the spells to the right depending on the spells to the left or something. Feel free to pause. I gotta upgrade this a lot before I consider picking it, really. Also not bad. It's another form of AoE. But also our reserve bar getting pretty full, and I want other stuff. I want big damage or upgrades for not enough upgrades. Okay. I'm tempted to skip this. It increases Twilight by to level 2 though, which is only 5 spell power per enchant. Okay. That we don't have the required stuff, I think. On iron level it's 3 spell power. Mediocre. Let's take this. let's try that. Well, I'm still down. Oh, healing is not bad. I guess we need hex detection to avoid the nasty AoE in the beginning, or even now. 1 spell and tier 2 spell generate the, what is it? Blitz charge. But less effectiveness. Effectiveness is, I'm not sure, I skipped the tutorial. Unlock your tier 1 spells. This is tier 4, this is no tier. This is tier 1, tier 3, tier 4, tier 4, tier 3. So that's kinda meh. I think I get it for this one. I'm not gonna reroll here for X detection. Experience. Nothing from this, and here, well, let's take the crap, why not? Anything we could put in, let's sell this somewhere, I don't want to go for it. Either coin or crap, or this one. Let's take this one. More relocation. Right in the beginning. No, shit. It has refills from an item. I messed up. Okay. Maybe I didn't mess up. Maybe I should just put all the refills in dashes and charges, so enemies can't hit me. Looks better than the ones before. Not bad. More damage to area spells. What's area? Area, also area, also area, also. Yeah, okay. Also hex detection. I think that's more important than 10 spell power. We have 2 stages left. So I don't want to die. Actually, let's sell the coin. I need space on the reserve bar. I'd rather take the crab than golden coin. Maybe I can upgrade this next turning phase. At least show you the crab. The damage is okay, and it also takes a bit, but we have some negative traits to reduce minion damage and punish us for taking minions. The one minion you see here is our passive from playing this class. I don't think it counts. So we constantly swirling, moving and charging, and the golden path we leave on the ground also do damage over time. Not too bad. What's this? At the start, if this place on the edge transform into, what is it? Puppet's Revenge. That's the one on the right. Passive. This spells to the left generate 50% less mana. Spells to the right generate more mana. I don't want to mess with my mana regeneration. It's fine. Nothing really. Huh. Okay. Alright, so our build looks like dash 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 dash, a lot of pillars of lasers, a straight laser, stunning also, some big hands, slapping, dealing a lot of AoE damage and stunning, then get detection score, which decreases the amount of enemy spells we get hit by, and regenerate health whenever we spend a charge, which is a lot if you keep an eye on the charge count while in combat. Then swirl around constantly, because it lasts almost long enough to not have any downtime, and then generate more blue charges and get shield whenever I autocast spells. And this is our way to consume the blue charges. So if I'm not mistaken, this should be the last run. Or the last level. I don't think we're gonna make it though. We have 2 lives left. 1 life left. And not generating enough usually. No? Could be something. Yeah, I think we did. Those. Some more claps. And we made it. Oh, nice. Got some new unlocks, more mastery upgrades. Alright, there's no summary what spell did how much damage. That's a little bit disappointing. But yeah, other than that, really fun game. But count for at least an hour for a whole run. So, yeah guys, if you liked the video, let me know down in the comments. If you wanna watch another episode of Godslayer Arena. And other than that, I wish you all the best and have a good one. Bye bye.